everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of ASMR and Dragons. My name is Jonah Roan, and this is my Dungeons and Dragons podcast. It's a new podcast where I play Dungeons and Dragons with some fellow VAs and commoners. So, fellow VAs such as our Dungeon Master, Soothe Eye VA.
Hey there, people.
We also have Winter VA.
Hi, people.
And then we have the lowlifes, the commoners, the plebs, if you will. We have Talon.
Hello.
We have Max.
Plebs, huh? I'll show you, plebs.
We have Nothing.
Hi.
Hi. And last but certainly not least, we have Renee.
Yo.
All right, so without further ado, I'm going to hand things over to our Dungeon Master. Take it away, Smoosh.
Hey. So, as we already said, the group of characters we're gonna speak of tonight already formed. These are people that already know each other to an extent. So, now, let's talk about where this group of people is. You've been traveling for a bit of time now towards the village of Praln. A village secluded, far from any form of really accessible settlement. The closest city is 4 days of travels away. And on this day of end of summer, you are on the last leg of your journey to Prawn. The sun is reaching the point of having a reddish light, a reddish tint, and you are traveling an uphill path. The canopy of trees surrounding you, the little light that shines through, illuminating your faces, sometimes forcing you to wince and cover your eyes. You are not far away from the village proper, and walking on this path, we have Angel Moonspell.
Yes, so Angel is human warlock. She has about shoulder blade length blonde hair, straight. She has blue eyes, pale skin. She seems very, I'll say she's pretty, but she's very socially awkward. Kind of been a scholar, and she's been studying a lot of things, and she's just a smart person.
Not far from her, we have Beatrice Deathrose.
Beatrice Deathrose is a tiefling, dark blue skin, light blue hair, and a big shovel. She's a scholar, a wizard, always studying, always with her book. Not very sociable, but when she is in the mood, she can be quite talkative.
Next up, Jeff.
Hi. My name is Jeff. I am one of those, normal humans that walk around on this world. I am a decently sized person. I have some nice hair, I guess. And I think my eyes look nice too. Kinda exist. I'll be talking a lot. I'll be the one who, gets the comic relief out. The one that lightens the mood. The nice person.
Okay. Keely.
My name is Keely Diamondheart. I am a wood elf rogue of the assassin path. Keely was, she has no recollection of how she was lost from her birth parents. All she remembers is that she was walking around the woods as a child, and she came across a dwarf by the name Magni, who took her in, raised her as one of his own. And ever since then, she was raised alongside the dwarves, learned their ways, eventually going out to travel along with her adoptive father. She took a journey away from him to study under a mentor who taught her the ways of the rogue. And once she had completely finished her training, she met back up with Magni, and now she just ventures along with him and is trying to get through the struggles of puberty.
All right. And speaking of Magni, would you like to grace us with the description of this adoptive father?
The name is Magni Diamondheart, of the Diamondheart clan. I have a heart of gold, as they say. and I hold a grudge. I kinda dote on my daughter a lot. Also, I cuss like a Scotsman. I don't know what is a Scotsman, but I am one.
All right. And last, definitely not least, Tamnaresh.
Oh, I'm Tam Naresh. I'm a Kalishtar cleric. I have deep brown hair speckled with silver. And in general, I'm quite jovial. I like to think of myself as approachable and warm for a doctor. Although some say I'm a bit different when I'm treating people.
All right. With that, we've finished the introductions. And as you all walk uphill, trying to reach the village of Praln, because in different moments, in different ways, you all came across a call for help, essentially. Apparently, not so long ago, somebody went missing in this village. For one reason or another, the people living here felt compelled to ask for help to somebody other than the simple city guards. And so, here you are. You answered, and you are reaching, or nearing, rather, your destination. As you reach the highest parts of the hill, a break in the canopy lets you see something just below the hill, previously hidden by the trees. You see, blowing in the wind, a cluster of plants. You realize it's a field. Tall plants, probably, judging by this distance, taller than 8-9 feet, each of them, covered, absolutely riddled with flowers, sparkling in color from yellow to white, purple, green, red. This waving little lake of color, almost dancing in the end of summer wind. This cold wind with but a hint of a chill, a sign that the autumn is calling. And above the plants, 3 figures, 3 scarecrows that dot with black the otherwise colored field. Their shadows long in the sunset light. You stop for just a second and then move on towards the village proper, which you don't have to wait long to reach it. After about 10 to 15 minutes, you reach the top of the hill, and here, before you can see Prawn. A handful of rickety, old wooden houses. All of them probably homes to one or the other farmer. You only recognize one building, which is the only 2-story building you can see. And judging by the sign, it seems to be some sort of tavern. It's called the Bitter Tankard. You can see a couple people scurrying around, but not many, and they don't seem to even take notice of you, not immediately at least. And the place is yours. You can take initiative and do whatever you do now.
I am beat, guys. Why don't we head to the inn?
That seems like a fun idea.
Sure, it's the best place to get information
Information about what?
about everything's going around here, you know.
Looks like a nice village. Let's head in. So we enter the inn.
Yes. As you enter the Bitter Tankard, what you expect is the usual chit-chat murmurs of a tavern, especially at this time of the day. Instead, you are greeted with mostly silence and inquisitive glares. Not many are the patrons of this place. But you do see one welcoming set of eyes on the opposite side of the large room you're entering. You can see an older gnome sitting, well, not sitting, perched on top of what seems like a crate behind a large wooden bar top, sorry, and gesturing you to walk in, get closer to him, and make yourself at home, basically.
I'm going to have Keely walk over to the barkeep, and she is going to ask very quietly, with her hood cloaked over her eyes, she is going to say, May I please get a glass of ale, please?
Sure you can, sweetie, of course.
And he pours one and hands it to you.
That'll be 5 copper.
How much do we all start off with, I should ask?
The amount that your background gave you.
Well, shit, I'm not prepared for that.
I am prepared for
Let's
that.
say 10 gold. It's usually the base.
No, I'll
base
cover
level.
it. I'll cover it.
Okay.
I walk over and check out the situation between Keely and the bartender. What's wrong, honey?
Dad, you don't need to worry about this. Please just go back to the group. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Good then. I'm going back.
Alright, you can find a table if you want. There are a number that are free, so just have a seat. I'll be right with you.
Keely nods her head and says, Thank you very much. And she takes her ale and she walks away to the table.
All right. Not much time passes before the old gnome comes. He's as tall as the table, probably, and so looks everybody from down up, and goes,
So, what can I get you? What can I do for you? Well, you're new faces here. Well, what brings you to our city or village, Prawn?
We were passing by,
Oh,
but since the day was dying, we got in.
it makes sense.
Tell you what, why don't I give everyone here a round on me? And I give the bartender 5 silvers.
Much appreciated. Sure, a round for everybody. I'll be right with you.
I meant everybody in the bar, not just us.
Oh. Well, hell, sure. I'll be right with everybody. Give me some time. Yes.
Maggie, you are too nice.
Look, son. This is how you interact with a new inn. You
can
get
see,
on the good side of the patrons.
You can see a number of people changing in demeanor. The room seems a little more calm. There's a little less of that loaded silence that there was when you all came in.
Back in my day, we used to just arm wrestle.
It'd be kind of awkward, I guess, but why don't we, like after this, why don't we just ask if the bartender knows anything about, what we're here for?
That's a good idea. I just had to open it first with making the air more friendly.
Yeah, a little bit of money and AO, and everyone goes happy.
So people's moods brighten up when money is around?
That's right.
Interesting. Jesus, you guys are boring.
Keely is the barkeep back over at the bar area, or is he still at the table?
I would say by this time he would already be back at the bar, filling cups of beer like mad.
Okay. Keely is going to get up from the table and walk over to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to say, "Pardon me.
Yes?
People seem a little tense around here. Is there a reason for that?"
Oh, yes. I suppose there is a reason.
He leans in a little bit and goes,
A little less than 2 weeks ago, one of our own kind of disappeared. And that's something that happens frequently around these parts, so everybody's a little bit on edge. Not exactly a community that's used to visitors, so in these times things get even more, you know how it is.
Keely nods her head and she leans in a little closer. And she's going to say something along the lines of like, "Do you know who was taken and maybe why?"
I don't want to say taken. That would be. Whew. It gives me the chills to think. No, I don't think it was something like that. But it was old Tamo, one of the older villagers in here, one farmer. If you would like to know more about it, there's that guy over there,
and he points at one of the people in the bar. You can see a human, late 40s, maybe early 50s, probably deep in his cups already, sitting alone in one of the tables. And the barkeep goes,
That one is Corin, the son of Tamo. And we actually put out a little bit of a help request. So if you would be interested in helping, I don't know, there's gold involved if you're interested.
Keely is going to nod her head in thanks to him and then walk over to Magni, and she's gonna put her hand on his shoulder and she'll lean in close to him and go, "Dad,
Yes.
there's a bit of a problem.
Go on.
One of the villagers was taken not too long ago."
Do you think they eloped?
"What's eloped?"
Never mind.
Okay, anyway, apparently that guy over there, the one sitting right there, do you see him in the chair all alone?
Aye.
Apparently he's the son of the person that was taken.
Aye, aye, aye.
Maybe you should go talk to him?
Sure, why not? I go to the bar first and ask the bartender for one of his finer stuff.
Oh, sure. How much you want to get wasted?
Just 2 pints.
Oh. Okay, sure.
And you see him pouring 2 what seem to be beers still of a much darker color.
That's the stuff.
It's gonna be 1 gold, please.
Yeah, sure. This looks like 6 silver to me.
Make a persuasion check.
So that's 12.
Well, that looks to me like... Wait a second. Since I talked with one of the people in your group, are you actually interested in helping, with our community? I take you for adventurers because of all of your, gear and the fact we don't get really travelers much here, but you know,
Helping the masses is in my blood.
well then, tell you what, as long as you're helping with this community problem here, it's something that actually gives us a lot of grief. So as long as you're helping us, this is on me, okay? And if you need lodging, come to me. And he hands you over the 2 pints.
Thank you. I take the 2 pints and walk over to the guy in the corner.
Okay.
I try to strike up a conversation with the guy, offering him one of the pints, and say, "How are you, son?"
He gives you a long, judgmental look, stares you up and down, takes one of the pints, takes a big swig, and goes, "Hey, things aren't going like shit. How are you doing? Please sit."
I take a seat next to him. What's the matter, Sonny?
Oh. One of our own disappeared. My father.
Where did he go?
He seems to be a little, not exactly interested in talking about this stuff. And I'll ask you to make a precision check with advantage, seeing how you offered around to everybody and then came in with the finer stuff.
Okay, that's a 19.
Nice. He goes, we don't know. That's the reason everybody's so spooked. People don't disappear. We have 4 houses and a field here.
What's causing the disappearances?
Oh, no, we have no idea. And please don't use the plural. It's scary enough as it is.
I mean, it wouldn't be an issue if it was one.
I'm sorry, what? Mike?
Methinks it wasn't the first time.
Oh. Not that I know of.
Well, let's hope it's the last. But we'll help you look for him.
Okay. So I take it you and your group, and he takes a glance at everybody. You're adventurers, detectives of stuff, I don't know.
Yeah.
Good. My father disappeared, as I said that close to 2 weeks ago. Last time I saw him, it was near the fields of Cladia. Plants you can see coming up. I'm sure you noticed them. Yeah, he was down there last time I spoke to him. And when he says spoke, he seems not exactly forthcoming.
Did you say where again?
Close to the field of Claudia. Though.
Which direction is that?
Oh, he gives you directions, and by the directions he gives you, you can recognize the clutter of the cluster of plants you saw coming up.
Or like a marsh? Or is it some sort of a swamp or just jungle?
No, he describes to you as right beneath the hill. You will find a path, and it will lead you to a clearing in the forest. And there is a field of tall plants, which the people in the village tend to, and that's the field of Cladia. Cladia is the name of the plant.
Ah. What's the plan for?
Oh, lots of stuff. People use the seeds for alchemy, the petals for cosmetics, the roots for, well, for what you're drinking right now.
The fine stuff, huh?
The fine stuff. You can put it in beer. You can put it and have it like a spirit with it. Bitter as hell, I don't like the stuff, but it costs money, so it gets in our pockets.
Fair enough. Tell you what, son. We'll go get it for you. Find your dad.
I hope you can. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you for
him.
coming here. And he gestures at the pint.
Another thing in the day's work. And I go back to the group and tell them what I heard.
So, does this mean we get to fight someone?
You really just drink with your muscles.
Hope not.
Can you just use some logic here? Is there someone weird around here in the tavern? Someone who's not drinking or someone who's still looking weird at us?
Make either a perception check or an insight check. Your choice.
Wait 1 second.
Is that for winter only, or can some of us do it?
Someone can assist if you want.
I'll go with insight.
Wow, I got 20.
Nice. 20 plus?
Plus 2.
Alright, so total 22. That's a nice roll. Magni, you look around and as much as you can see a shift in general demeanor, there's nothing particular that catches your eye. Beatrice, you take your time. You go patron to patron with your eyes, and just like Magni, you pick up basically nothing particular. You are absolutely sure that the few inquisitive eyes that you get are just that. People that are afraid, on edge, and in seeing strangers, they don't give out their trust. But that's all you can see.
So, we should go find this guy's daddy, so we can get in the good mood with these people. Where do we start? Do you want to go to his house first, or go directly to where he disappeared?
Say, we go check the scene of the incident.
Yeah, well, the thing is, from what Magni told us, the guy didn't tell us exactly where they lived. So I think it would be best if we just search the area where he disappeared.
Or we could use the legendary idea of splitting up.
Keely nods her head and goes, yeah, I think I'm gonna go off on my
I
own.
think we
fine
should
with that.
stick together, cause we are in a place that people don't know us and they don't seem to trust us that much.
Good point.
Wouldn't you think if we're together, going around, people would notice us more and think we're onto something?
Well, yes, but if we are in small numbers, it could be worse. They don't trust us regardless if we're going together or in groups. We are strangers here.
Fair enough.
Why don't we just split up into smaller groups? 2 groups. That way we're not too big and we're not too small.
A moment passes, and you can see Corin, the man Magni spoke with, coming over at your table, slightly intoxicated, and he goes, "Hey, if you need anything else, you can come to my house, I guess, and ask whatever questions you have. You'll find me, my wife, and her brother in the second home from here. Follow the main street. You can't miss it. It's the only one with a small shed. And yeah, thank you." I'm gonna. He stumbles away.
Yeah, I think we should do that tomorrow, as it's already dark outside.
Yes, and he is quite drunk. I don't think we're gonna get some information from him. Not like that.
I go to the bartender again and ask him for accommodations.
Yes? Oh, sure. I saw you spoke with Corin. Poor lad. Sure. How many rooms do you need? Because we don't exactly have many to begin with, but I mean, I think we can arrange 6 rooms. It's gonna put us
I think 3 rooms should be enough.
3 rooms. You sure? Well, okay.
We will share.
Well, sure. He hands you 3 keys, and if you need more, if you need anything, just don't mind. Don't be shy. Just ask.
I'll take you up on that offer. I go back and try to persuade the group to, go in pairs into the rooms. I suggest that Keely goes with Angel, put Give with Beatrice, and take the last room with Tam. What do you think?
Keely's gonna
I
nod
don't
her
really
head.
mind who I room with.
Well, we used to share beds before. I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
Okay, we got our pairs.
Like, what time is it? Time of day is it?
I mean, it went dark outside since we've been in the inn for a while, and it was dusk before we got in.
Yeah, I'd say it's like nearing 10 p.m. ish.
Yeah, it should be really dark outside. Is there a moon in the sky, or is it a dark night?
You can see a moon in the sky. It's close to full.
Alright, well, I guess we should just get some rest and then investigate tomorrow.
Keely goes off with Angel.
Alright. I go to my room with Tam and take off my armor and prepare to sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to my room too with Give and put my shovel near the bed and go study with my book for a while.
I'm gonna just lay on the bed with all my clothes on.
Jill kind of just reads the book that she has on her for entertainment purposes, and after that she just passes out while reading.
Does anybody else want to do something before going to bed? Or-
Is there a window on the room or not?
Yes. All of your rooms have a window to the outside.
I wanna check the outside before going to sleep, just to see how it's around, if there's someone awake or something like that, if I can see something weird.
Okay. As you look outside, you can see the rickety houses, and very little more. As much as the moonlight does shine enough to let you see your surroundings, there doesn't seem to be anybody outside. Actually, right now, I'm gonna say you would be able to catch the shape of Corin, which you barely recognize, stumbling its way home and getting inside. Safely, simply.
So basically nothing else. Well, I guess I'm gonna go sleep.
With that, all of the group is able to enjoy a nice, cozy, if frugal, night of sleep, at the end of which the morning is yours, and you can spend it however you please.
So I'm gonna get my stuff and go downstairs and see if anyone else is awake, so I can start investigating.
Before I go down, I prepare myself for the day and don my armor again. And then come down, waiting for everyone to gather in the group.
I guess I just go down after waking up and getting myself together.
Everyone here?
So I want Keely to kinda, she's gonna be a little monkey, and she's going to open up the window, and she's going to try and crawl out the window and up onto the rooftop.
All right. I will need an acrobatics check.
So that's gonna be a 24.
24. You're not even a monkey, you're a spider. You get out of the window and you're already on the rooftop.
Oh, damn, girl, get it.
And from there you can see basically the village waking up. A couple of the houses seem to have their chimneys start to puff out a little bit of smoke. People are getting their fires ready for the day. The air is still warm, chillier in the morning, but yeah. Is there anything you're looking for specifically?
I think she wants to look around and see if there's anything kind of ominous-esque around.
All right. Make an insight check.
Insight check. Okay, just give me 1 second as I roll my dice.
Actually, your choice: insight or investigation.
I will do a. It was insight or investigation, right?
Yep.
Okay, I am going to do a investigation roll. It's going to be an 8.
All right. As you perch yourself up on the rooftop, grabbing on the tavern's chimney for better footing, you start looking around, and it's at that moment then that a puff of smoke comes out of that chimney and takes you square in the face. You don't see anything of real interest from up here, other than the village waking up, which is not a bad sight. Would be better without the smoke, but you know.
All right, she's going to she's gonna cough a little bit, swipe her hand around her face, just going and then she'll just climb down the roof and land in front of the inn and walk back inside.
At the same time all this ordeal has been happening, I ordered breakfast for 6. And I was starting to wonder where Keely was.
I'm still sleeping?
That makes sense.
Well, neither Jeff and Keely are here. Well, Jeff isn't expected. He sleeps in a lot. But Keely, I wonder if he's up to her shenanigans again.
Ay. That lass is gonna be the end of me.
You will be fine. No need to worry.
Yeah, don't worry. She's not a kid anymore. She can handle herself. Plus, you're a good dad. You taught her well.
I should hope that's the case.
Wouldn't it just be funny if they're giving him this pep talk and then all of a sudden you just hear Keely go, ah!
Okay, so is the breakfast ready yet?
Just as you're thinking that, you turn around and there's the gnome with a large platter coming in.
All right, your breakfast is ready. Here's eggs, there's bacon, there's bread, and you know what? Here's beers too. You know, breakfast beer is a thing.
Spoken like a dwarven innkeeper. Except you're not a dwarf.
Eh, I'm a gnome. Close enough, right? Well, you enjoy your breakfast. Wait for your companions. You have your day to yourselves. It's okay. If you discover anything, just please let me know. It's not like I'm an authority or anything. I just want to know how things will go. You know.
Worry not, friend. I'll be with you. Yeah.
That's good to hear. Have a good day, everybody. I'm going back to, business.
And he scurries away to the bar. Breakfast is had, and you have time to decide what to do, which will be...
I'm gonna let my beer with Magni because I'm not into drinking right now. It's too early. And I go to the bar to ask the gnome if he saw something different before the guy disappeared. If someone was here, some adventurer, some weird fellow, someone who was not from around.
Make a persuasion check. You can see him open his mouth and about to talk and tries to refrain himself.
Okay. 14.
14. You can see him a bit indecisive on what to say, what not to say. Then he gives in. You can see it in his eyes. And he goes,
Well, no, I haven't seen any weird person, any outsiders. You've been the first in, I think, months. But if we're asking this on regards of the disappearance of Tamo, let's just say that he and Corin, his son, didn't exactly have a good relationship. That's the biggest piece of information about this whole thing. They didn't go along at all, especially in the last 6-8 months since Corin married his wife. His father has been insufferable. They've had their bad moments, for sure.
Well, thank you for the help, and I hope we're not causing any trouble here. So I'm gonna go back to the table and wait for everyone so we can decide what we're gonna do next.
Well, I personally am happy with the extra pint of beer I'm getting for breakfast, as that would be just enough to wake me up.
Keely's just munching away on bread and beer.
And Jeff still has not woken up.
I take a look at Keely since she got in weirdly from the front door instead of from upstairs. And I glance at her face and I see some smears of something dark. Ask her, what's in your face?
What about my face? It's just my face.
No, silly. I lean in and rub off that dark smear.
Oh, Dad, stop!
I kind of show her the black stuff that was on her face.
Oh. It's don't worry about it. It's fine. And then she just goes and starts wiping her face.
I raise an eyebrow at her. And that's about it.
I gonna go upstairs to wake up Keith. I gonna enter the room and look at her and say, "Hey, wake up. We have work to do. We can't sleep all day. Come on, sweethearts.
5 more minutes, please.
If you don't wake up right now, I'm gonna let you behind. Do you wanna stay behind? Do you wanna be here alone?
Does it get me more minutes of sleep?
Is there some water around here so I can throw on her?
There is one vase, one ceramic vase of water in every room. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use it to throw on her so she can wake up.
Jeff, you've officially been splashed.
Ow! Why? Come on, man. Ow! My eyes.
Oh, come on. Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no,
there
God's
we go.
dead. God's dead.
We lost
Help.
God and now
Leave
we've
my-
regained him.
My
Oh,
my
God's
performance must have
alive.
been so shocking.
I have no idea what I pressed, but apparently I restarted Discord. I'm so sorry.
Well,
okay,
I
you're
did
back
that
now, that's all
earlier.
that
Happens.
Never leave.
We were lost without you.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
I
dark.
was-
It was scary.
I was quite literally lost because somebody splashed water in my face.
Look, sweetheart, we have to go. And as much as I like to see you like this, you know, we need to do stuff. We need to find that guy's daddy. So come on, get your stuff.
Fine. There better be food, or fight, or both.
Well, there's food downstairs.
Yay! Food.
Speaking of things, Damnaresh, what are you up to?
I'll be down with the others, eating my breakfast. When Magni, well, wiped the soot off of Keely's face, I'll have side-eyed her a bit and looked at my beer and just slid it over slowly.
Keely notices that he's sliding his beer over, and she looks at him, then the beer, then back at him, and she'll go, "You don't want it?"
And have wobbly fingers.
She just slowly takes it and holds it in both of her hands on the table, looking down at it, and she smiles slightly and she goes, "Thank you."
Don't overdo it.
Okay, I have a question. Did Keely's years of living among dwarves give her something akin to dwarven resilience, or let's say, can she hold her liquor?
I was about to say
Oh my
no
God.
dwarven resistance, but her ability to hold liquor is up to Jonah.
I'll say that she, you know, she's pretty tiny, she's pretty slim, so she doesn't have the best retain on her liquor. However, she's not like gulping it down like it's the Fountain of Youth water. She's sipping at it. But also realize she's a teenager, so she thinks that she can bite off more than she could chew and be fine.
I mean, I would think her being raised in a dwarven environment would at least expose her to this culture early on, so she could possibly build up her
Soothe.
guts.
That's up to Soothe. He's the god here.
I'm gonna say by flavor, yes. Mechanically, no.
Speaking of gulping stuff down, I order another plate because I'm still hungry.
It comes, no problem. And speaking of foods and drinks, the beers you've been drinking, bitter. Bitter as hell.
Oh.
Probably flavored with the same kind of plant that you've seen and that Corin talked about with Magni. All of them have this herbal, bittersweet to them. Bitter taste, not sweet. What am I talking about?
Pretty
Wait, have
sure.
I been drinking mine?
You tell me, have you been drinking yours?
No, she swears, my character swears off drinking. She does not like it.
Alright.
I take that pint as well and chug it down. Magni sure doesn't mind it being bitter.
Well, I just gave mine to Magni, so
Now I'm-
guys.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
wide
probably.
awake. I'm a dwarf.
Of course.
Yeah, he's fine and awake. He's like energy drink.
Yeah. Ye old Red Bull.
Yeah. Oh, ye old Red Bull? Oh, that's hilarious.
So, what do you guys want to do? We can go to this guy's house first, get some information, or go directly to the crime scene. I suggest going to the guy's house first.
Yeah,
Since it's
I
near
agree.
But I want to go to the crime scene.
Yeah, so do I.
We're going there next. Don't worry.
Next isn't good enough.
Relax, sweetheart. You're gonna get your killing stuff, okay? You're gonna find something to stab.
This is getting angsty. I haven't punched something in over a week. This is not normal.
Keely is going to shake her head and she's going to say, I'm going to the crime scene and you guys can go to the guy's house.
I kinda wanna protest, but
Yeah,
knowing my
that's a good
daughter,
idea.
I know she would be very stubborn and would do what she wants anyway. So I give a sigh of defeat and ask Jeef and Tam to accompany her and take Beatrice to do what we want to do.
Finally.
Yeah,
Yay.
just take care of yourselves, okay? Don't cause any problem or do something stupid.
Who are you telling that?
To Keely, Geef, and Tom.
All right, Keely is going to take one last little sip of her beer and put the bread roll in her mouth and stroll out the door.
I'm going to find all of the sausages and stuff at least 3 in my pocket, and then I go with Keely.
You don't want to put the sausages in your mouth?
You don't want to
You're
put
the
the
one who would
sausage
do
in
that.
other place.
Alright, yeah. I hate
Oh my
all of
god,
you
sorry, I
two.
forgot we're recording.
Anyway,
Hey, family friendly, guys.
Susan, don't kill me, please.
Susan, we're having fun. Okay?
I'm not the one editing this. I'm fine.
Susan's coming for
That's
us,
true.
please.
Sorry.
Wait, yeah, this isn't my channel. What am I saying?
Oh,
We're 2
yeah,
minutes
it's
in.
not
You
your
can
problem.
speak and cuss now.
I'm not on cleanup duty here. I can swear if you want, guys.
Yeah, I'm not on your payroll
Oh yeah,
either.
let's make Jonas work
I'm not getting
hard.
paid for this.
How about we not make Jonah's life more difficult? there's
Yeah.
there's a good idea, huh?
I mean,
That is a good idea. But the funny.
the funny.
So,
You
Guys,
don't want me
focus,
putting
please.
soap in your mouth?
what I'm gonna say
you.
is, since the party is splitting, we're gonna narrate the people that remain here at the village first. That would be Magni and Beatrice. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So, you two, what would you like to do with your day?
We're gonna head to his house and ask him some questions. The sons.
All right, perfect. So, after you
Before we arrive,
Yeah.
I would like to take a look around while we're on the way.
Yeah, same.
See if there is anything like any object, item, or something that might seem out of place.
All right, make an investigation check. And Beatrice, you can assist if you want.
Okay, I'm carrying
Okay.
you here. So my investigation is +5.
Hot damn. Okay, that's a 23 total. Okay.
And a 2 with no additives.
Okay, so you guys make your way over to the house of Corin, and on your way there, you keep an eye out. You see nothing directly out of place. You can see the houses are old, very old. Rickety is almost a compliment at this point for these houses. But you do see a number of people walking around the village. They do seem to have the same tense air to them as the people that were in the tavern last night. It seems that the whole village has been struck hard by whatever happened here. Or rather, by the disappearing. You gather this is a very, very, very tight community, and that it's almost as if everybody here lost family. But there's nothing out of place, nothing that catches your eye other than this.
Are those people with weapons, some type of armor, some type of equipment?
None at all. These are farmers, poor people. You can see people with small carts lugging foods, dried meats, that kind of stuff. But no weapons are seen.
So we just arrive on this guy's house and we're gonna knock on the door, or what? You wanna do something else before?
I would like to just take a quick look at, well, the stones, the closest house to me. Well, I'd like to study them with my stone cutting feet.
Okay, houses here are mostly wood. You can see what emerges from the ground of the base of the house. And sure, make a, I would say, history check
Yeah, it is a history.
with advantage. Or was it proficiency?
Yeah, it has proficiency.
All right, so make one with proficiency.
All right, that's a 15.
15. Okay. You can't discern much in the style, or you can't discern a specific hand that built these houses. They are very, very, very anonymous, but you can see by the way they aged, the way that time scarred these stones, that they are at least a century old. Maybe a couple decades more than that.
This place has been standing strong, huh?
Probably the houses have been built, broke down, and then rebuilt on the same structure, on the same stone structure.
All right, we continue our way to the house of Corin, and I assume from the innkeeper's story that he lives there with his spouse.
Yeah, and the brother, right?
Correct. He lives there with his wife and his wife's brother. You knock on the door, I assume.
Yeah.
Right. A few moments later, you hear a set of heavy footfalls come close to the door. You hear rustling of metal, and as the door opens, you're greeted with the massive figure of a woman, 7.5 feet tall,
Oh boy.
an
Oh my.
almost cow-like nose sitting at the center of her face, her whole body covered in what seems to be cream-colored fur, and dressing in simple farmer-like clothes. you see the figure of a Firbolg. She looks at you with curious eyes and goes, Hi, good morning. Can I help you?
We be looking for Corin.
Oh yeah, sure. Corin, Sweetness, there's people here for you. Do you know them? The man you've already seen comes into frame, greets you, and they let you inside. Please, come in. Make yourselves at home. It's not much, but come in.
Okay, we just enter. I take a brief look, not to be rude, just stealing some glances around without.
You notice that the windows are shut, the tights and all. There is no natural light coming in, but there is a large fireplace that's lit, and in front of it you can see a second Firbolg occupied in stirring a large pot, probably either breakfast or something for lunch. There's very much not much inside. It's a very, very poor household.
So I'm gonna look at Corin and say, Hi, my name is Beatrice. I don't think we met each other yet. I am with him.
Right. Pleasure to be meeting you. I'm Corin. This is my wife, Tekka, and that's her brother, Drurin.
I nod at their direction, Tekka and Corin, and say, "Pleased to meet you."
And the pleasure is mine. And Drurin doesn't speak. He looks over to you, gives you a nod off the head, and then goes back to his stirring.
Okay, I give my attention again to Corin, and we start asking questions. The first question I would like to ask Corin is, when did the disappearance happen?
At this point, I think it was 14 days ago today. Sorry.
Years? A bit late for that, huh?
Yeah, that's...
Well, I guess he's already dead. Sorry.
Ah, damn it, I knew it.
No, I would stick with my first presumption that he eloped.
He went to buy milk.
No. Let's skip it here, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, 14 days ago today. 2 weeks ago.
And was there anything before that occurred? Was there any change in his behavior?
You can see the two spouses eyeing each other. And Tekka goes, well, he's been, pretty aggressive with me and my brother since we came here. But that's all I can really say. Corin says he wasn't like that before we came into the village. Yeah, and Corin intercepts. Yeah, we've been kind of fighting quite a bit. He didn't really appreciate me marrying an outsider. So, yeah, that was all the happenings around my father. Not much else to say. It was a farmer, hard worker, not much more.
Did he live here with you before, or he had a house in other place?
No, he has a house. It's the one right next to ours.
So he always was around.
Yeah.
Can you remember anything from the day that he disappeared? Anything different, weird, or not with him only, but around the place?
You can plainly see Corin and Tekka looking at each other as if asking silently, should we say something? Should we talk about this? And I will need you both to roll a persuasion check. Or if you notice this and want to change your demeanor, you can roll a intimidation check instead, as you prefer.
I mean, I don't think intimidating them would help since we're trying to
Yeah.
help them.
I'm
gonna go with persuasion as well.
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
Hmm.
That's
13.
a number.
Oh, finally, someone's carrying me here.
They look at each other, like I said, and then Corin goes, well, the night before my father disappeared, it was, we had another fight. We were close to the field of Cladia. He was checking up on the crops, and well, we started talking again about me and Tekka and Drurin, our marriage, and he got heated. We got kind of violent. We kind of had a bit of a fist fight, and I left him there. He was unconscious, but he was alive. I checked, I swear.
Yeah, but you say he disappeared, not died.
Yeah.
So he maybe got up and left.
I don't think like, he was a hard worker his whole life, but he couldn't muster 4 days of travel without food or water alone. He knew that. He wasn't crazy. He was just angry and ignorant.
One more thing. I would like to request, with your permission, to investigate his house.
Sure. And Tekka intercepts and goes, I don't know if this helps, but the reason why he was so angry is because I wanted to bless the fields, and so I took one of the heirlooms that Corin had here in his house and performed a small ritual from our tribe to wish good luck on the fields and hope that the harvest goes well, since it's in a few days, close to a week. So I wanted this to go well for them, you know. And he didn't like that. He thought it was I don't know. He said disrespectful, and I don't know. Yeah, that's the reason they ended up fighting.
Before we go, one last small question. Why is it so stuffy here? Why the closed windows and blinds when it's bright outside?
Oh, people tried to throw stones at our windows once already, and I thought it was safer to just close everything. Tamo was not the only one that didn't think very much of us here.
I do try to check if she was showing any fidgeting or lying to me. No, I want to see if she's actually being truthful.
Make an insight check.
Can I make one too, so I can help him?
Sure. Since you're
Yeah, he'll
here.
need it.
You're here, you're listening to this, and you can form an opinion, so sure.
I mean, they would be paying attention to me.
Yeah, never mind.
What I'm going to say is that Tekka seems hard to read. Her just how much she is forthcoming is disarming. You do see a crack on one of the windows, but whether she is being entirely truthful or she is either lying or not saying something, or even using this happening as a way to fool you, hard to say.
I have one more
Yeah.
question. Do you mind if we see the place that you did the ritual? So maybe he left something there, there's some clue. We're not accusing you or something like that. It's just, I kind of know how it is to be different in a place. And it's not your fault, okay?
Yeah, I know. But, sure, I'd be glad to show you. What we did in our tribe was, give a token of good luck to one of the protectors of the field. The one, like the ones they have here, right? And that's what I did. I took this heirloom and performed the ritual and gave it to one of the protectors of the field. Yeah. But we can go whenever you want. We can go now or later. You can come by or you can stay for lunch if you want.
Do you want to check his house first? The
Yeah,
house of the daddy before we go?
yeah, we should go first into the house.
Alrighty. And I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, Tamel's house is not big at all. And just both of you roll an investigation check. Corin comes with you, opens the house, and leaves it to you. He waits outside.
Alright, that's a 17.
15 plus 20. Yeah, 20.
All right. The most interesting thing you find in that house is dust. Other than that, an unmade bed, a clutter of items and things of everyday use, and not much else.
No hidden compartments anywhere or anything.
Nothing you can find. You're
No books,
You're
no
positive?
writings.
no books. A couple pieces of parchment and an old ink box and a pen, but they seem to not have been used in a long time.
No other papers around? Or
Not-
parchments?
Not at all.
Does that mean he has been sending messages to someone?
Can
You're-
we see?
You're pretty sure that the pen hasn't been used in a long time. You check the ink and it's all dried up.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Can we see how is his clothes, his food, if is everything here?
Food would be rotten now.
You don't find food. You find a couple set of old clothes, but nothing much.
So, all in all, the house is just empty and left alone.
Exactly.
Alright, I see no endeavor in keeping this up, and I go out, thanking Corin and Tekka for their time.
It's the least we can do.
And I ask them to show me to their field.
Sure. We can take you there. It's not a problem. Come. They lead you outside of the village and on the same path that you took to get to Praln. Except they move outside of the path when you encounter that same clearing you saw when you first came. But we'll get to that. Now, for the people that were going outside the village first thing in the morning, so Jeff, Keeley, and Tam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Whole nap.
So, you step outside the village. The air is warm, as I said, with a little bit of a chill. You get to the point in the hill, in the same path that you took to come in, and again you encounter that same clearing. You can see once more this large cluster of plants, this field that you now recognize as the field of Cladia people have been talking about. It's countless colorful flowers dancing in the wind, and the three figures of the scarecrow, still there, of course, silently keeping their watch.
I hate scarecrows. They're scary. But I think that's the point.
Are you a crow?
No, I'm just a scare.
Oh. Good luck to you then.
You walk down the hill, following what you recognize being a smaller, less traveled path. And you get to a clearing. You can see the field right before you, on your right, while on your left, the bigger part of this clearing, this small field of just grass. All around it, you are surrounded by trees, the forest getting thicker and thicker, and you can hear the sound of running water. You can spot right beyond the field a small canal, an artificial canal that runs probably the way they give water to their plants. And you can easily spot a number of tracks, of feet tracks going in and out of the forest. Some newer, some older.
That's probably not good. Or very good.
Can I try to discern if there are any sort of odd looking footprints, like footprints that are like really, really wide or might not be human?
Make a either investigation or a survival check, and you with her can decide to help her if you want.
So I rolled an 8 plus my perception, which is a 13.
All right. Did you roll investigation or survival?
Investigation.
11 from me.
Okay. You both get to it, and you realize there are tracks that date probably to a couple weeks back, 4 or 5 days back, and those are the freshest ones. There are no weird sets of footprints except for 2 sets, actually. You can see 2 wider, deeper sets of footprints that go into the forest and then come out of it and get lost in the path that took you here. They are, together with others, the oldest ones. You can date them about less than 2 weeks ago.
Keeley is going to look at Tam and Jeff. And she's going to sort of nod her head in the direction of going where the prints are leading to.
Right. You can easily follow them into the forest, and they get lost. You find them again. They get lost again. You find them again. What you end up following is a relatively, I'm not going to say random pattern, but definitely one of somebody that's not going into a specific direction. Whoever left these footprints wasn't going somewhere. They were looking for something. And you can see the same thing in most of the other footprints, sets of footprints that you can follow. It takes you some time, but you can do it. And you come to the conclusion that these were probably the footprints left by the people that first went to search for Talmo and did not find them.
So, was this a bust or not? Did we do the good thing or not?
It's hard to say. And Keely's gonna look at Tam and see what he has to say.
I'm just wondering if there are any more. So these larger footprints that we're following were the ones that, like we think were the search party, correct? Is there any sign of anything else in this forest, like any, well, other signs of someone passing through, like broken branches, anything of that sort?
With the rolls that you made, yes, you can definitely see broken branches where people pass through. There are broken leaves, broken branches, all the signs of passage of people. You can find a small patch of fur, cream-colored, in the midst of the forest while you follow the bigger set of footprints. But nothing more.
Can Keely take the fur and sort of feel it around in between her fingers to kind of like to feel the density of the fur, what animal it might belong to?
You sure can. Make a survival check.
Right, so that's a 16 plus my modifier, which is a 1, so 17.
You pick it up with the idea that this might be some kind of animal's fur. Mm-hmm. And as you pick it up, your mind changes immediately. This is way too soft. This is way too clean to be an animal. You could bet your fingers that this is a humanoid fur.
Okay. I'm going to turn around to the other two and tell them what I find and show them if they want to touch it or see for themselves.
Can I sniff it to see where it goes?
It'll go up your nostrils.
Well, yeah, but, the correct thing, like the path. Because, these footprints are going to take forever to find. So, I could just sniff this and we could be on our merry way.
If you must, I guess.
Yay.
So, what do you smell, lassie?
Do I roll for this or something, or do I just sniff it? I thought this would help, but I guess I'll just sniff this piece of fur.
What I'm asking is, if you had to roll to identify the scent of essentially a person from their fur, what would you roll? I'm thinking either survival or a straight intelligence check.
I'm gonna just go with survival. Oh wait, no. Wait, you said it would be an intelligence check?
Either survival or straight intelligence.
Intelligence it is.
All right. Sure. You have any expertise with following tracks by scent or damn.
Oh, I got 22.
Well.
Okay. What I'm gonna say is two things. Number one, you have no idea what this smell might come from. It's definitely the smell of a humanoid of some kind, not an animal. There's no stench here. You can't follow a trail because there is no trail to follow here, but you're sure that you would recognize the smell of this person if you came close to them. Number two, you have hair in your nose. It's itchy, it's coffee, it's horrifying.
Okay, guys. So the good news is it's not human. The bad news is there's now hair on my nose.
How is
Come
that?
here, lean your head back. I'll try and wash it out with a bit of water.
All right, yeah. At least I know what it smells like now.
Also, how is it good news that it's not human?
Well, I meant in the good news that it's we have new information, right?
We should probably wait by the edge of this area for the others. They'll probably be along
Wait.
soon.
But I wanted to fight something. I thought there would be something here.
So Keely is going to look to find if there are any tall trees around with a fair amount of branches that she can climb up.
Easy enough to find. There is one at 3 feet from you.
Okay, she's going to scale up that tree.
Roll a acrobatics check for me.
Can I also climb a tree?
You sure can. Also,
Yay.
roll the same.
Rolled a 14 plus my my bonus of 5, so it's a 19.
19. You can easy enough find a way to climb up that tree. And you can find a place that's above most of the canopy and lets you look out.
I got 25.
Yeah, with a 25, you seemingly can find a tree. You want to be on the same one or another one?
A different one.
You easily find another tree in the forest, and you climb it with the agility of I'm going to say a monkey, just not to say a spider again. Diversify your ecosystem.
Bears can climb too, right? It could be a bear.
Sure, you climb with the agility of a bear, and you find your place on top of a tree. Damnaresh, will you stay grounded, or do you also wish to take part in this?
I believe I'll stay grounded for now.
All right.
I'm looking on, impressed and completely bemused by Jeff.
You're staying in the forest area, or are you going back to the clearing?
I'll stay by the base of the trees.
All right. You two that climb the tree, would you like to roll perception checks for me, just to see what you see?
Sure.
Gotcha.
Ew. Rolled an 8 plus a 5 is 13 for me.
All right.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
I sure hope you do, because boy, oh boy, did I ever fail that.
Yeah, it's.
It
Okay.
seems I rolled a 2.
So just to clarify for people listening, he rolled a natural 1.
Then I And I, use my modifier to get a 2. But, we didn't have to. Why do you have to expose me like that with the 1? You didn't have to expose me with that.
Please fill out the tree.
It's kind of needed. Come on. Just like you celebrate the 20s, you have to like mourn the ones.
You have to.
So,
That's a yikes.
what you see from the top of your trees is this thick forest around you and the clearing. Once again, you see the field of Cladia with its tall, tall plants, unmoving in the chilly air of the morning. And above it, the familiar figures of the 2 scarecrows.
There's one missing. There were 3 scarecrows.
1, 2. Huh. There is only 2 there. How'd that happen?
Keely is going to look down to Tam and call out, Tam,
Keely hears in her mind, yes?
you don't happen to see a scarecrow anywhere around you, do you?
I will immediately start looking around for a scarecrow.
Make a perception check.
As this is happening, I'm still wrapping my head around counting.
While we're quiet there for just a moment, I just want to say that I think the Diamond Hearts are cursed with the occasional blindness that we just black out sometimes during the day,
Yeah, well, what's pathetic
and
is... Sorry, go ahead.
and we spread it around to those around us as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm not even from your gene pool and I'm blind.
Yeah, I was about to say. You go. Thank God you mentioned that.
Could it be the 4 beers?
Perhaps.
Looks like a lot like social drinking, if you ask me. But hey, that's okay. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm blind. I can't see the social drinking.
Drinks heavier.
Nice.
Oh,
So, anyway, Tamnaresh, with your 12 perception, right?
and plus 3 to a 15.
15 perception, you do not see a scarecrow around you.
I don't see anything down here. You sure it's not just fallen over?
Keely's gonna look back one more time.
Doesn't look like it.
And she looks back down at Tam and goes, no, maybe just keep your eyes open when you're down there.
Will do. Maybe we should get back to the others.
No, that'd be cool and all, but you know what? Sure, fine. Can I just stay up here for a while? It's peaceful. Except for the scarecrows. But it's peaceful.
Keely is going to take a moment and think about it, but then she's gonna say, I'm gonna stay up here and see if I can find anything weird. Hopefully the scarecrow or whoever or whatever took it.
Yay, tree buddies!
I never said anything about being your tree buddy.
Okay, that's fine too. I'm just gonna stay here.
And it's
Okay, that was mean.
that's pretty much at this moment that Magni and Beatrice, escorted by Tamo and Corin and Tekka, make their way to the clearing and to the field of Cladia. You can see the same things they saw: the field unmoving and the 2 scarecrows.
I glance at where the scarecrows were and sideways ask Corin, were there not 3 scarecrows here?
He goes, yeah, there's 3. Oh, what the there were, yeah. One must must have fallen over, I don't know.
I get closer to them
Mhm.
and check there's anything weird happening there, or well, out of place.
Define there. Between them?
Around the two scarecrows and where the third supposedly was.
Right. The scarecrows are inside the field you would have to get into, in the thick of the plants, which you can totally do. I'm just letting you know that you're stepping into an area that is thick with plants. You don't have much visibility in there. You can see about 10 feet into the field, and that's it. And this field is about, I will say, 80 feet by 80 feet.
How tall are the plants?
8 to 9 feet.
Oh shit, I'm not going in there.
Yeah, neither do I. Can we see where is the ritual thing that she did? Is in the field or is outside of the field?
The way she said it, she took a heirloom from Corin's house, performed a ritual, and put the heirloom onto what she called a guardian of the field.
So she's with us, right?
Yes.
I turn to she and ask, so, do you mind showing us where did you did the ritual? So we can have a look, see if there's any clues there. Maybe he went back there since he was so angry.
I mean, sure, I can show you. And you can see her starting to get into the field. She walks in. Do you follow suit?
I think we should reunite first with our companions. But while we're there, I ask if there is anything off with the plants. How is the harvest, etc.
So you're stopping Tekka from getting into the field, or are you just...
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
stopping
Yeah,
her.
we're
Okay,
gonna
okay,
stop
okay.
her.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't say there's anything out of place. Harvest is, as I said, in a little less than a week, and the plants are growing well. They are, well, they're in good shape. And she looks at the field. Yeah. So,
Can we
where
roll
are your
something to...
friends? And as she says friends, you can see her turn around a little bit and then spot Jeff on one of the trees. Oh, you can see her waving at you.
Hey, that ant is waving at me. Kelly, I think there's people over there. Hi.
I kinda look where she's looking, and I also spot Jeff.
I'm waving my hand, by the way.
I try to yell, "Oi, lassie! Get down from there!"
You're not my dad, and I'm in a tree.
I
Okay.
I facepalm and just roll
Same.
with it. Just roll with it.
By the way, not only Keely and Jeff can see this, but Tamnaresh, you can spot the figures even from where you are. You can hear this yelling and talking.
Jeff, you better get down now.
But I like the tree.
I'll shake you out of it if I have to. Come on now.
Can I roll for how long I can hang on to the tree?
No, you don't have to. You can hold on to that as long as you don't need food or drink, basically.
Food? Nah, I'm getting down. Let's do that.
Okay.
Keely, you too. Come on now. Go meet up with the others.
Keely's gonna stay up in the tree and not really like say anything. She's masked in the foliage so that only people who know that she's there can like know she's there.
So basically, just me.
And Tam.
Oh, right.
This is not all
Do I have
about
to-
you, nothing like.
I
slow
know.
down.
I was.
not that special.
I was just saying.
Like, whoa,
I
we
thought it
got
was
someone
funny.
with main character vision here, huh?
Yeah, just remember you get one. You got the one. Remember that? A nature one.
Rub it in. That's not cruel at all. But that's
Oh my god.
that's
Oh, okay.
Extreme.
all right. Keely, while you're there, would you like to actually roll stealth for me, or is that just
No, I'm
Or-
gonna roll a stealth.
all right?
Oh my god. Okay, so I rolled a 2. Plus my modifier is gonna be a 7. But I do have Mask of the Wild, so I don't know if that helps.
Not really, unfortunately.
You're
What I'm going to
busted.
say though is that you had some time to prep your position there, and I want to say sure, have advantage on the roll. So roll again, basically.
Okay. Well,
You keep the highest, which means that if you roll a 1, sucks to be you.
come on,
it's,
baby, don't let me down. Okay, you know what?
That's
It's fine.
better.
It's better than a 2. I rolled a 7 plus my modifier. Plus my modifier is a 5, so it's a 12.
It's a 12. All right.
Please, God, don't forsaken me.
Please do.
No! At least I didn't roll a 1. Like, somebody in this party? Who was that?
Dang, that's
Ooh.
crazy. That's mean. Never mind.
I
I could say a single word and ruin this whole recording. Just letting you know.
I mean, I could edit you out. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, everybody is gathering in the clearing except for Keely, right?
Yes.
Who is still perched up on a tree.
I'm gonna stay at the base of the tree.
Okay. That's fair. So Tamnaresh and Keely are in the thick of the forest, while the rest of the group is in the clearing next to the field. What would you like to do?
Wait. We're just doing a little something here.
Oh, they're planning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I will edit this quiet part out.
Or we can just say how nothing got a natural one.
Can we stop, bro? This is at
Yeah,
this
give us
point.
some
That's
filler.
actually
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, so did Jeff and Tam come down and join us, or did they stay there?
Jeff came down and joined you. Tam
Yeah,
is still in the forest.
Yeah, I jumped.
So I asked Jeff, what were you doing up there?
I was doing your daughter. I'm just playing.
Well,
We were looking at the scarecrows.
Okay, before anything else happens, I kind of unlatch a certain chain around my hip.
Right.
Soothe, you know what I'm gonna do, huh?
No.
I do. Just tell me a name.
Hey.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
you are
Hey,
aware
hey.
that Keely's a teenager, right?
Yeah.
This is
I
D&D style.
unlatch this chain that's holding a libram. I open the libram, write something with a pencil, close the libram, and attach it back where it was.
What did you write? What did you write?
You wanna know?
Kind of,
Do,
but not really anymore.
do you really wanna know?
Not really Borderlands narrator guy. I don't
Where
even
is
know if you
Keely?
Alright, she's in the trees.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Okay,
Well, I'm sorry. He wrote a scary thing.
I wander towards where Jeff came from and spot Tam. So I automatically see Tam and look up. Do I get a perception?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
I spot. I think I spot. Well, the general figure of Keely, hiding well, but not well enough from my eyes, I guess.
It says the blind dwarf.
Says the blinded dwarf.
I say. Well, I say. Sweet do. Wanna come down from there?
Keely is looking down at Magni with, well, her hood is over her face, but he can see one of her eyes staring like narrowed down at him.
Yeah,
And
I just want to know that I wasn't saying that in like an intimidating tone.
No, totally.
Saying that.
She perceived it as like a, could you be here, please, with me on the ground?
Okay.
But she.
Can I punch the tree?
But she kind of like looks at him and like slowly shakes her head.
Oh, yeah, sure, honey.
She's gonna climb higher in the tree.
We've got work to do down here.
She has her
Can I-
purpose for being up there. Don't worry.
Can I punch the tree down, please? I haven't punched anything yet.
Well, I do just turn tail and get back. Well, leaving Tam and Keely in there. And back to Corin to start, well, asking questions about the field. I'm also gonna try to catch up with Jeff about what they saw or investigated.
All right. First things first. Jeff, as soon as you reach the rest of the group, you immediately pick up on the same scent that the fur gave you. That's Tekka. That was her fur.
Oh. Hey, wait. I don't know that yet, do I?
You don't know who Tekka is. That's the first time you've seen her. But
Yeah.
you know her scent by heart.
Hey, guys. That person smells familiar.
I look at him weird and ask, "What do you mean familiar? We just met her."
Really? I could have sworn I smelt that exact same scent before. The nose does not lie. Most of the time. But I'm sure I've smelt her before. Now that I think about it, the way I said that didn't sound very right. But I still sniff.
You can see her confused out of her mind. Her husband as well. What are you talking about?
Hey, were you here earlier? Like, at any point? Wait, do I still have the fur in my, pocket?
I think most of it went into your nose or just dispersed into the air. I would say no.
Okay. Well, have you been here before, person?
Yes, I've been to the field before. I've helped, a little bit with the, planting and keeping of the field. I've helped search for Tamo not too long ago.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Wait, did they pick up the fur in the field or in
No, in the
woods?
forest.
That's interesting. Because I could have. Wait, you said you were in the field, right?
I said I've been in the field. I've said I've looked for Tamo around. We went in the forest. We went beyond the canal.
Does she have any fur clothing?
She is covered in fur herself.
Alright. Well, there goes my suspicions.
Can we check the field before do a nature check on the plants or something like that?
Sure. Tell me, how would you like to do that? Like, would you like to stay clear of the field, just look from the outside, take a stroll inside, do it while Tekka takes you to where she performed the ritual, since that was something that came up earlier? Just, how do you want to do this?
I want to do it before we enter the field.
Okay.
See how the plants is, what they are.
Okay. Make a nature check.
Okay, 4 plus 3, 7.
These plants are tall, they are covered in flowers, and they smell like plants, covered in flowers. That's all you can get, unfortunately. They are just plants. Not a variety you've seen before, though with your intelligence and the fact that you studied a lot, I will say that you heard of this plant before. You heard the name, you had no idea how it looked like, though. That's the extent of it.
So I just know the name and nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, gotta wait for the others to get into the field. I go back to the two in the forest and, well, try to ask Keely if she's done with her upwards investigation. And courtesy of Talon, get out of that tree, I am your dad! Just kidding.
I'm literally in a tree and you're not.
This bit is interesting. That's what a
Um,
bit feels like.
Keely is going to take one last look around to see if from like a higher vantage point she can spot anything amiss or moving around that shouldn't be moving.
From down there, I ask her if she spots the third scarecrow fallen over, perhaps, or something.
Roll another perception check.
Oh, a baby, a natural 20. Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
All right.
Oh baby.
I did it first, you're not special.
So it's a natural 20 plus her perception, which makes it a 25.
Okay,
That's
so
interesting. Okay. You can clearly spot two things. The first one, beyond the field, in the canal. From this point, you can clearly see the bottom of it, which is not too deep, maybe 4 feet, 5 feet atop. And you can see a pretty regular bottom, shaped by the constant course of the water, except for in one point.